Hey everybody. So we're not going to talk about the bottom of the barrel or the bottom rung. We're not even bottoms up. But we are going to talk about what?
Bottom brackets.
Yeah. This one's going to be good. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another episode of Toolbox Topic. I'm joined today, once again, by my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
I'm swell.
Excellent. And we are coming to you once again from Trek Bicycle Store, West Phoenix, in Goodyear, Arizona. Because if you're a cool kid, this is where you hang out. Now, I'm not a cool kid. They still let me hang out here, though, but it's a different story altogether on why. The hookers and blow.
It's a public place.
It's a public place. All right, Brandon. Bottom brackets. What are we going to talk about today? What are we going to do?
Well, today we're going to focus on the Shimano Holotech technology, bottom bracket inspection.
I think we should focus on something else, Brandon. How was your vacation?
Coming in early.
How was your vacation, Brandon?
It was nice.
Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Come on, give me a kiss. Just a little kiss. Come on.
Man, bringing it out early. All right, we can get this over with.
He's excited to see you, Brandon. Nah, I'm just joking. He is right. It is early. Okay, I got a good night's sleep last night. What do you want from me? Okay, so continue. Bottom brackets. I'm sorry.
So we're going to focus on Shimano Holotech. It is one of our most common interfaces for how that bottom bracket is set up on the bike. Now, the reason why we might want to do this service we're about to demonstrate is because for two reasons. Maybe you got caught in the weather, maybe you got caught in some slop, some rain, and you just want to get in there and clean the stuff up just because you want to take care of your stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're getting a little bit of creaking in that general area and you want to see if you can solve it yourself. A lot of times a good cleaning will resolve a little bit of creaking and a little bit of noise. We're also going to take a look at the bearing inside there, make sure it's in good shape. If you put it all back together after we're done and we still got a creak and noise, we probably got to put a new bottom bracket bearing in there, which is not a big deal, but we'll go through that in a second.
Awesome. Now, aside from noises, creaking and stuff like that, or just maybe a grinding, is some indication that you might have to service your bottom bracket. Is there the standard, like so many 100 hours of riding or mileage or anything that people should follow in maintaining their bottom bracket? Or is it just kind of like, hey, if you think something's going on, maintenance it. If not, don't worry about it.
That's kind of how I feel. I don't know if that's right or not, to be honest with you, but
okay.
If it's running great and it sounds great and it's smooth, I just leave it alone.
Gotcha.
So once again, these are kind of throwaway items too. So once they go bad,
not a big deal.
We chuck them and replace them.
Yeah, definitely not like a cassette or derailleur or something more critical.
Correct.
More expensive.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of how I feel about the bottom bracket anyway. Right. So let's get started.
Would you like to know how I feel about the bottom bracket, Brandon? All right, let's get started. What are we doing here?
First thing I'm going to do is
I'll help you here.
All right, hey, teamwork. First thing I want to do is I want to drop all my gearing down to my easiest climbing gearing. Excuse me, not the climbing gearing, but to the gearing that's going to give me.
Hey, we're cross chain.
We're totally cross chain. I know. This is the one time I'm going to allow it.
Okay.
So what we've done now is given ourselves a lot of slack on the chain. So now we can remove that chain fairly easily. I'm going to get up in your side here a second. And what I like to do, you could do this a couple of ways. You could remove the chain from the crank by either to the inside or the outside. I prefer moving it to the outside. What you can do is just give yourself a little bit of slack on the lower, on the cage there. And just remove the chain off of there. So
don't let it kick your ass, Brandon.
It's too late. I already went wrong because I have a chain keeper on there.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna just let this guy dangle here. I put a rag here just to protect my frame. I don't like my chain touching my frame. It's just dirty and I don't want it scratching it up. So just a little protection there. Now that we've removed that, now it's time to remove the crank arms. I'm gonna go to the back side again.
Okay.
And once again, this is Shimano Holotech, and this is going to be a 5mm pinch bolt on the side there, and I'm going to loosen these pinch bolts up. They don't have to come all the way out just yet. I'm going to loosen that guy. Going to loosen this guy. These are my pinch bolts. What's holding everything together now is the fixing bolt on the outside of the crank.
Okay.
Now there's two tools that the fixing bolt can use that we use predominantly in this shop. We have this guy, this Park Tool BBT9, that also does external bearing loosening and tightening.
Okay.
And it also will remove this fixing bolt. I like the better tool for this job. I have this little key here.
Okay.
And this little key will
Well, that's
also
a cute
remove the
little
fixing
thing.
bolt. It's nice.
Kind of looks like a wing nut.
It does. And the simplicity of this whole system is so nice. That's why I wanted to show everybody this, because this is just something we can do at home, provided you have a 5mm torque wrench. That's all you really need. Nice. So I am going to remove these pinch bolts,
Nice.
because what we have in here is a little safety washer.
Now, you guys might ask, Thomas, are you going to start servicing your own bottom bracket now that you learn how to do it? And my answer would be no.
Why not?
Even though I could, even though I have a dedicated shop in my garage for this thing, I'm kind of a social butterfly. So it gives me an excuse to come down here at the shop,
I
bullshit
gotcha.
with everybody, hang out. And, yeah, you know, it is what it is.
So I have removed those bolts, and now you're going to see there's this little safety washer inside here. It's not really necessary to take the whole bolt off, but what I like to do is when I'm doing this, I'm going to clean off my bolts as well. Give
Okay.
them a little lube and then put them back in.
Yeah,
You know
cleaning
it.
the bolt, lubing it up, ready for action.
There's that little safety washer in there. That is a safety measure just in case if you really screw up and leave everything loose. This will keep the crank on just for a little while longer. Just for a little while. It's just a little plastic piece. So now that that's off.
Seriously, friggin' Global Biting that has like 1 million followers. We're much more entertaining.
Now we can just work this non-drive crank arm off.
Okay.
It's gonna go.
It's gonna go. It's coming in.
There it is. And see, this is what we're getting after right here. I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that. All this dirt. I'm gonna inspect that.
So now it seems like a silly question, but what about this side? We get into this side or what?
Yep. All you gotta do is pop this guy. Give it a little, good little pop.
Give it a little tap. Just
a little taparoo. And this whole thing comes out. Super simple to remove and put back together.
Look at that.
And now we're gonna look at this thing. I'm gonna kind of investigate and see what this all looks like, how dirty it is. It's not too bad. It could use a little cleaning. I do have some some grime in there that I can get rid of. And this is where the interface is with that. Check that out.
Oh yeah. And the great thing about this is I actually remembered to hit record on the audio and the video, so he doesn't have to clean it twice, guys. Remember that one from, what was that, the headset?
The headset.
Headset, yeah.
Yep. So now we get to see some dirt.
Okay.
What I want to do now is give this guy just a little spin, see how it feels. These feel great still. Essentially what I'm looking at is these guys right here. This is what's in there. This is the bottom bracket bearing for this particular setup. This is the Trek specific press fit bottom bracket bearing. And you can feel how smooth that is. It is nice to have a frame of reference too, to feel what a smooth bearing feels like.
Is it smooth bearing?
It's super smooth.
Well, let me touch it. Let me touch it. Come on now.
All right, you know I like to.
Oh! It is smooth. Remember last time?
All right, get that off of there.
Pressure. You get it off, Brandon. Come on now. Pull it off.
Man, this is so gross.
Pull it
All
off.
right.
And you know what, guys? You said it was so gross. That wasn't even friggin' Mr. Finger. That was his brother, Mr. Finger.
No, I'm gonna just do a little cleaning in there.
Dude, how anybody could take us seriously is beyond me, dude. But we have fun, and that's one of the things we love to do with these episodes and out on the trail and stuff like that. We like to have fun. It should be entertaining. It should be enjoyable. I know some maintenance tasks that we have done on here are fairly daunting, and if you're not up to it, definitely bring your bike in. But a lot of the things we have shown you are pretty easy to do if you have the right tools.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And as always, based on your area where you're watching this, your region and everything, your mileage may vary. You may have to service your bottom bracket more often than we have to do here in the Southwest region. And you may have a bike where it's more complex than this, and you're thinking, hell no, there is no hold my beer, watch me work. I'm taking it to the bike shop, so.
So now just going through any kind of grime and caked on grease with sand in it was what we got around here. I'm just going to remove that stuff. And again, the main thing is I want to go in here and I want to see how smooth these bearings are, see how they're feeling while I'm in there. This is some good preventative stuff. So I feel good that I have cleaned all that stuff up.
Yeah.
I'm going to put just a light layer
You got the cap off this
of
time?
grease on this. Here and on these little threads. Just a very, very little bit.
That is such a cute little grease gun, dude. Seriously.
It's new. So light coating of grease there. That'll go with all the contact.
Okay.
Or it will disperse itself over the contact points of the bearings. They do such a nice job of making this so simple. Even I can do it.
Is that kind of like even a caveman can do it?
Exactly.
Gotcha, okay.
Even I can do it. Give it a little pop in there just to seat it up. And now we're ready to tighten up.
So here's my question, and
Here.
I think for those watching at home, obviously you've done this many, many times. Be careful. This has to be orientated in the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Is there a trick to make sure it's...
Shimano does not let you screw up. There's
Oh,
only one way this one's going to go on.
Okay, I like that. It's essentially idiot-proof.
Other brands will let you screw up a little bit, and you can offset them. It's just a matter of being, just a matter of paying attention.
Okay.
You'll know as soon as you get on. If they're not right, it's going to feel really, really weird. But yeah, Shimano, they don't let you mess up that way.
Okay.
Again, even I can do it. So now that I've given a little pop, seated both crank arms in there on the spindle, I'm going to start by adding my fixing bolt, which I haven't cleaned yet. I'll clean it real quick. What's important about the fixing bolt is the fixing bolt is kind of a matter of feel. There's no real torque spec to it, I guess.
And that was going to be my question with everything that has a torque
spec. Just want to
spec.
apply just a little bit of pressure on there to sit on the bearing. It doesn't have to be super tight. What's cool about that other tool is this is kind of like a pain gauge, I guess.
Okay.
So once you've tightened this guy up and you can't tighten anymore with your fingers, that's where you stop.
Oh, okay.
Because your fingers will start slipping over
Slipping
the wheel.
Okay.
So that's a good place to stop right there. I've cleaned off my pinch bolts now.
If you guys wondering why I'm sweating, it's not because I'm hot for
Oh
teacher.
God, I'm sweating too.
It's because the AC hasn't cooled things down yet. I'm telling you what, my man titties are starting to drip. It's freaking horrible. And we got lights going off. We can't.
It's only 100. It's only 100 degrees at.
Right, 8 o'clock
8
in the
o'clock?
morning. Yeah. And as fun as it's to watch Brandon do the safety dance, guys, I won't make him do it today. So.
So I've replaced my safety washer in there, and now it is time to torque. Now the torque spec on these guys is 15 to 17 Newton meter.
Okay.
My torque wrench only goes to 15 Newton meter. Because I'm not using the real big one, so I'm just going to go to 15. I'm going to max it out, and I will be satisfied with that.
Cool.
And I'm
Now,
already set on the torque, so I'm going to kind of clock this back and forth a little bit
right,
until I get the click.
even distribution.
Whoops.
Oh.
There
Hey.
it is. There it is.
Nice.
Now all I have to do is replace it or put the chain back on the
All right.
drivetrain, and we are done. Yeah,
What'd you do? Oh.
we got to start over. Error, fail. Oh no, it's not true. I just got to do this. I thought I didn't
So
put
all
it on
those
right.
episodes you thought I was drunk or possibly high. Check out this guy right here.
We
You
call that
know?
a chain puzzle.
He was drinking bourbon last
Chain
night,
puzzle.
guys. All right.
We are back in business.
Sweet.
I feel good that we've torqued everything back to spec. Everything is clean, lightly lubricated. We're good, man.
Nice. I'm digging it for sure. That was actually
And it's super easy. It's something anybody can do at home.
Absolutely. So, all right. Well, guys, there you have it. Another episode in the books and everything. Another easy enough maintenance procedure you guys can do.
Before we go, I just want to let everybody know, if you have a SRAM, if you have a FSA, it's going to be a little bit different.
Right.
Little bit different process, but just as easy.
Yeah.
Just as easy. You just got to check out a YouTube video or a tech doc.
Right.
And anybody can do that at home.
Yeah. Before we do go, though, I want to point out Brandon's white seat. Now, doesn't this remind you of the shoes that Cousin Eddie gave Clark in Vacation?
They're real nice.
Oh,
Clark.
yeah. That's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who appreciates that. And that's okay, because it's my fucking show. So kiss my ass if you don't. So, no, I'm joking, guys. Joking. So, all right. Well, yes, there you have it. Now, there's a couple things before we go. One, check out the link down below for Chuck Bicycle Store, West Phoenix in Goodyear. If you have any questions about what you have seen today, or any questions in general, maybe you're in the market for a new bike, maybe you're getting ready to perform some maintenance of your own, give them a call. They'll be more than happy to help you. Two, we have some other links below, one to our Instagram and one to our Facebook. If you want to keep up on the daily events of Get Out Arizona, all our shenanigans and everything, click those links and kindly follow us there as well. I think it's a good thing. We're fairly entertaining no matter what. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, ding-a-ling-a-ling icon, so when new videos post, you will get a little alert saying, hey, it's time to watch some new videos. I don't know, maybe that's not necessarily a good thing, Just remember, a little bourbon in the coffee makes it, painless. So, but seriously, guys, we do appreciate all your support and everything like that. Every month we do a little bit better, and it's because of support from viewers like you. So I humbly thank you on that. So, man, I think that's it. Guys, what do we always tell you, man? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards out on that trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for? Get out Arizona. We will see you on that next adventure. Brandon, thanks again so much. We'll see you next week, buddy. Take care, guys.
Bye.